All right, gentlemen, should we go into the news?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you say it, we'll do it. The news is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage. EagleMortgageCompany.com is where they are virtually. 114th and Davenport is where they are physically. But whether you meet them physically or virtually, the main thing to know is that they are the best mortgage broker in town. And as a mortgage broker, they have access to multiple banks. They're not beholden to just the bank of whatever. They can use whatever bank is right for you. And they've been doing this for about 30 years. Buying a house is a big decision. Perhaps the biggest part of it is how the hell are we going to pay for it? Well, that's where Eagle Mortgage comes in. Take good care of you. EagleMortgageCompany.com. All right, guys, first up on the docket, if over the last couple or few years you've driven by 109th and M Street, let's call it 109th and L Street, you can see a former hotel that at one time years ago was quite a nice place, a pretty good solid hotel, but it has now become a vacant eyesore. And apparently now there is a owner, perhaps developer, if you will, that plans to turn this place. It was most recently a Westmont Inn and Suites, whatever that is, wants to turn it into a senior living facility. This would be a big step forward because right now it is the definition of eyesore.
I thought for a while it was going to be condos or something like that.
Well, I know a different developer turned another hotel just to the southwest of there into like apartments or condos. Not sure about what this was going to be planned, but
this needs help.
Yeah, there was an article and a news story on WWT that quoted Omaha City Councilman Don Rowe, who said in the article that they went in and did an inspection. Turns out the building is sound and can be rebuilt and put a new roof on at least part of it. So apparently the Idaho-based owner-developer is looking for financing right now. Hope he gets it because it would be nice to see that recover.
I was surprised to see that it is salvageable because when eyesore is an understatement, it looks like it needs to be torn down. So great to hear they can save it.
Yeah, it's had a tough go of things. Well, if you haven't driven by 72nd and Dodge lately, prepare to have your jaw drop and your eyes bug wide open. It looks a lot different. The former Do Space building is gone. They made quick work of that thing, tearing it down.
It's amazing when you drive by. That didn't seem like that big of a lot with the building on it, but when you drive with nothing on it now, it seems huge.
Yeah, that was a Borders. They put a lot of money into the Do Space to spruce it up, and then they got the land to the west, and I can't wait to see what the next incarnation is. You
know, it's interesting, Trenton, you talk about that being a former Borders store. A couple things. I can remember when that thing was being built, and it was on my route to work at the time. In those days, I worked at 42nd and Dodge, and I would always drive by 72nd and Dodge, and at the time, I remember thinking, wow, Omaha's really arrived. We're building a 2-story Borders bookstore. And I guess I'm old enough now to have seen that come and go. Borders went out of business. And by the way, when it was a Borders store, my first book was actually for sale in it. The first book I wrote in 2008.
Self-Marketing Power?
Yeah, it was for sale in that store for 6 months. I remember I'd go in there and like, no one bought it. But I would go.
Yes, they did.
I would go there and it was always spine out. I would always turn it so it was cover out and take a couple pictures and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's product placement, baby. And then across the street to the north, the Crossroads development, a lot of roads are going in. The infrastructure is really coming together.
Yeah, that is starting to come together. And it'll be fascinating. You know, no announcements have been made so far as to users, tenants, in the Crossroads development. Our guess is there'll probably be some pretty impressive ones when it's all said and done. But as these roads start to go in there, you can't help but wondering, I wonder what it's going to be and what it'll look like and what types of retailers and entertainment service businesses and restaurants and bars. I'm sure it'll be an impressive mix.
It is a very, very complicated project with the infrastructure, and part of that building, there was semis went underneath it for delivering of products and goods and
when it was the Crossroads?
Oh yeah, they had a whole underground system of.
You could see it when they tore it down.
Oh
yeah, they had to figure that out. There was.
Why did I not know that?
I think there was water under there too, wasn't there?
I think At some point, it flooded towards the end of the
Like
life
water,
of the
like
mall.
a flowing river? Or?
Yeah, we stumped the Beals, and so the demolition
Trends
cost
days
the demolition cost was several $1 million, and then you got to redo the infrastructure. You got to work with the city on the ingress and egress, and it's coming together. And I think over the next 6 months we're going to see some huge announcements over there.
Well, looking forward to those. And by the way, we were talking about the old Do Space being torn down. Most of you probably know this, but just in case you don't, that's going to be the flagship location for the Omaha Public Library. Couple stories tall, very unique, striking architecture if you look at the artist rendering. So it will be a big step forward for that site.
Right now it's the not space.
It's the don't space.
Yeah, and then
It's the didn't space.
But remember, if we had Rachel Jacobson of Heritage Omaha on here, and we were talking about there's like a 50-foot tall warehouse, and all their books and everything else, within like 2 minutes, this robotic delivery system can bring up a book. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool stuff. All right. Next up on the docket, Builder Trend, which is an Omaha-based residential construction management technology company. That's a mouthful. Has committed to a multi-year sponsorship at the UNO Athletics Department. As part of the agreement, the club seating and hospitality area at Baxter Arena will be known as the Builder Trend Breakaway Lounge. So it's cool to see local companies supporting local universities and athletes, and that's a cool deal.
All right, name what their building was built for originally.
Help me out. Brad?
Not sure.
Vatterott College.
Oh, really? Oh, that's where they are?
116th and I or whatever.
Ah.
Then there
I
was
thinking
another
they were in La
technical college
Vista.
after that. After Vatterott, was it an ITT or something?
I don't think so. I thought it was Vatterott.
Okay, I remember Vatterott.
We'll take that call if I'm wrong.
Okay. The Builder Trend's there. I was thinking they aren't. I thought they were the company out in La Vista, but I don't know. Who knows?
No.
But there is an interesting ending to your news of the week, brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, EagleMortgageCompany.com.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.